My name is Rhapsody, welcome back to Darkest Dungeon, specifically the Darkest Raptopia Estate, the second thereof. Alright, let's start thinking about the kinds of things, well, I mean, we started this at the end of the last episode, but let's continue thinking about the kinds of things that we need to prepare for the Darkest Dungeon. We're also going to want our people on level 5, or level 6, as the case may be, to have their level 5 and 6 weapons. 5 and 6 weapons, level 5 weapon and level 5 armor. Which means that I'm going to need 44 deeds for each of those upgrades, as well as 49 crests for each of those updates. So 88 and 98, respectively. 36 busts is 24 deeds, so we already have 52. Right? Yes, 52. So we still need 36 more deeds. And the crests, they'll just come along for the ride. I mean, they stack to 12, so 2 stacks of 12, I'll be fine. So, I think, with that kept in mind, the Weald might be one of the best places for us to go right now, especially considering they're offering 6 deeds. They're offering a trinket that might actually be helpful considering possible future missions in the ruins. None of the other trinket rewards are particularly grand, and we also have a reasonable crew that can go there. We've got Major General, we've got Bourgeois, we've got Reviers, and Mulethub down here at the very bottom. So basically, it's a stun slash damage, heal slash stun, and damage character right up in the back line. We should pretty much just be able to trounce through this. Their equipment is pretty much just stun central on Major General. Reviers has stun as well as Sun Ring because he's going to be using Flashbang as well as possibly Uppercut. He could use Uppercut, is the thing. But he'll never be ahead of Major General, so there's no reason to really do that. Mulethub, of course, has the party healing. I will go upgrade her stuff before we leave. And Bourgeois also just has the layout for the typical kind of Duelist Advanced then melee build. He's also just super damage. As I said, we've got a Weald Scrounger in the party, so we've also got a 10% extra chance for our scouting, which is always nice. No need to do any of those. These all need to be upgraded, though, definitely. I will leave guard on rather than retribution with Major General. Alright. Well, that covers us. Let's get into the mission. That's not the order. That is not the order that I chose. Excuse me? That's the order. What the fuck? That would have been the world's worst. Alright. No need to take extra torches to this area. You do actually take a little more than normal in terms of both keys and shovels because of locked chests that are in the hallways as well as, what are they, graves? You also take a couple bandages. And by couple, I mean a literal couple here. I'm going to take 2 holy water as well because I'm feeling lucky. And that much food. Beautiful. Have we retreated any quests yet? I know the one in the courtyard we retreated, but that doesn't really count as retreated because you're supposed to retreat and then come back.
I knew all these paths once. Now they are as twisted as my own ambitions.
I don't think I have retreated any. Ooh, okay. Well, I am going to be backtracking through here as well, so I guess I'll be backtracking all the way back up here in low light. So I'll then dig that. More than fine by me. Too curious. Ooh. Critical scout, so now I know that it's very unlikely for a secret room to be in this general area. I'll open both of these later. They're opened with anti-venom, but the thing is, if you fail to open them using anti-venom, the worst that happens to you is you get blighted. But I've taken bandages because there are web-covered stumps, and if you fail to open them using bandages to protect your hands, you can get the quirk slow draw. So its negative is actually significant. 95 versus... Yeah, I've only a 45% chance for the stun there, so I'm going to roll somewhere else. We do need to try and kill this towering ectoplasm before it really gets a turn if we can. It is Eldritch, rather than human Eldritch. 13 is the high point of our damage. Nice dodge. Ooh, nice dodge. I think that guy does have evasive as well, so those dodges aren't incredibly likely, but they're working out. I could even push forward again for more damage on that back line. But I think instead we'll just start cutting this fungal battery open.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
See, now that would have been a good opportunity to use... what's the name of the ability again? Retribution. To finish off the target and start damage elsewhere as well. This is unfortunate because the towering ectoplasm could easily get a turn off here for regenerating itself. Cytokinesis, yeah. Well, time for another ectoplasm to spawn. And the one in the back is still alive. Yell at them to slow them. Unfortunate crit. I don't have a stress healer in this party as well. And that's something I just have to deal with because I don't have enough stress heals to go around at the moment. I just don't.
Passion is a rarity in the fevered pitch of battle.
So in a lot of circumstances, I'm really relying on my characters. I'm not so much relying on them being ridiculous with their crits.
Is broken. Maintain the offensive.
But I'm relying on specifically managing who does what last hits and how likely a critical hit is to occur so that I can try and keep stress down. Okay, you've got 15 stress as well as being a good trap disarm, so I will swap the Ancestors map and the Ancestors scroll to you so that you heal more stress as you disarm this. And then we can put them back on Mulethub. Pretty nifty little trick right there, friendos. I'm unlikely to get any good... Oh, fuck off. Can I? See, the thing is, they still have one trinket. There's still one Shambler trinket that I actually want. For the life of me, I can't recall what it is. It's not Tentacle Idol. It's the other one. Crumbs, what is it? Oh, this is going to drive me mad. I need to check. Because Tentacle Idol, there's 5 they can give you. I've already got the scroll and the map at the moment. Shambler trinkets. It can give you Ancestor's Bottle, which I don't like. And the Tentacle Idol, which I also don't like. Yes, that's the final one. Ancestor's Candle. Plus 15% damage if the torch is above 50. Plus 2 speed if the torch is above 50. Plus 5 dodge if the torch is above 50. It's really good for a character that does need the extra damage from Sunring, but does not need the extra dodge. Sorry, does not need the extra accuracy. You know, for example, I can't imagine there's any character like this who throws daggers and has the real name Leoloth. Oh, wait, that's right. There is. There we go. Alrighty then. See, the thing is, if I do this, I'm pretty much immediately giving up the ability to finish the entire dungeon, because this party does not have stress healing. So, finishing off the Shambler, I'm going to end up with like 80 minimum, if not afflictions. I don't think it's realistic. I literally don't think that I can do this and then finish the mission. So, it's going to be left behind. If I had a stress healer, I would be much more likely to do it.
Secrets and wonders can be found in the most tenebrous corners of this place.
Simply for the fact that if I had a stress healer, I could use all of the fights afterwards as recovery fights. I've done, in fact, that exact thing before. I had a Jester, I had 3 people afflicted in Shambler fight, and then I just healed them over time. And I got 2 of them out of their afflictions. It was kind of insane. Happened over in the Cove a couple episodes ago. Much more than a couple episodes ago now, but you get my drift. Eh, 6 damage. Not really too impactful. Okay, there's our first hunger proc. Grave digging. Another torch. As well as some useful trinkets, actually. Trinkets, heirlooms, rather. Even if I had a Houndmaster, or even a Crusader, I think I would have done that. Just some stress healing. But I have absolute 0. I can't. The only way in which I would even be able to consider doing it is if I get to the end of the dungeon and I have enough food to come back. But that's not really likely either. Because I don't have stress healing, I'm very...
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
Because I don't have any stress healing in this body, I'm very likely to have to use the full rest. Okay. Just trying to figure out my abilities here. Good, so I did need all of that damage to kill them. Okay. I can stun the Slavering Ghoul. I've got a couple actions ahead of him. Not that many, but a couple. He's got low debuff resist, so I'm actually going to hit him with this to lower his speed and accuracy. I don't do enough damage to warrant hitting him directly here. Let's keep this up. 130 plus 60, 190. 40% chance for a stun is not nothing.
Decisive pummeling.
Nice. I think if you crit, it just does it regardless. Which is definitely handy. Alright, we definitely now can't stun him. But he is also really slow, so we can kick in as much damage as possible. Unfortunately, if you'd like to roll more than your lowest possible damage roll at any point, I'd be really, really open to hearing it. I'm gonna do this because if I do crit, it's very likely I kill. Beautiful.
Size alone does not dissuade the sharpened blade.
The other option was to try and bleed him if I think the fight is gonna go longer, but it didn't end up going longer, as it turns out. See, this is another point at which I have to choose, am I coming back for the Shambler altar? Because if I am, I leave this, and then I come back for this later with a shovel. At the same rate, I can't dig that up yet. I've only 3 more shovels, and there could easily be 3 obstacles upcoming, so... Until I get some significant scouting, I can't consider opening things like that yet. Who has more stress? Okay, it's Dismas. Oh no, it's actually... Yeah, but I don't think you're very likely to be able to... Disarm. At the same rate, she's not likely to heal her stress through critting, whereas Dismas is. God, that's another fucking grave. Yeah, there's one obstacle. And another fucking grave!
Spreading corruption.
Oh, I should have taken more shovels. Graves are so good. They packed with that looty goodness. Okay, thankfully we got a surprise around here because that Tenacious Crone is tenacious, y'all. Fuck off. Ridiculous. Sorry. Good stun though. off! Ah! The dodges, though! Dodge 50% of my attacks. Why don't... Oh, yeah, thanks. Anyone getting rabies?
The enemy crumbles.
Fetid sensor. Thankfully, it didn't use... Oh, never mind. That is a stress attack. I just didn't know that.
Obliterated.
There goes the Tenacious Crone. This has to be a party heal. Crit.
Surgical precision.
Yeah, surgical precision. It
Annihilated.
fits because it was healing.
Be wary. Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
Look, at some point, I guess I am going to have to backtrack through here. Just for the sake of possibly going back for those 2 graves. Which I'd love to do, I just don't think I'm likely to be able to. Huh. Man, there's so much loot. I don't think I'm going to be able to come back through this. Beautiful. We're getting really little scouting, despite the fact that I have highlight every single time I go into a room and all of the scouting trinkets. Or rather, 35% extra scouting chance from my scouting trinkets. Nice surprise. If we can stun these 2 backliners, I'm going to be in a really good position. Lowest amount of damage you could have done. Thank you very much. Fuck. Oh, so here's the problem. If I stun the Cultist Enchantress and it moves pretty much anywhere except for backwards, I'm not going to be able to use my Rampart stun. If I stun the Frothing Madman and he moves anywhere, I won't be able to stun the Cultist Enchantress. So I guess I just have to hope the Cultist Enchantress moves backwards. If she doesn't, that's unfortunate. Yeah, I can't Dazzling Light that backline, so... Well, shit.
Well struck.
Whew, double crit. Unfortunately, that doesn't count as an attack, so I don't get to respond to that with a strike. I slowed them all down in that final attack. I'm gonna need to do that. I'm gonna need the extra damage to guarantee that that Frothing Madman dies before he gets an action. But I slowed them all down, specifically so that they wouldn't go before me in the next turn. It looks like the Enchantress resisted the debuff, though. Okay, he's dead before he gets an action. Beautiful.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope.
Yes, I know both of them are going to now try and attack our marked target. But they can't, because he's not in the front lines. Beautiful. Harmless Swipe. This is where I'd start running recovery if I could, but I can't, so I shan't. God damn it. Since they can't hit the backlines, I may as well hit the heal the only targets they can hit. They deal enough damage when the Blight is considered that I don't think I can just stand here and out-heal them. Dang it. Now it's definitely time for healing across the board. Okay, this is going to be the first round that he starts alone. So now at the end of the next round, he needs to be dead. Good crit. Didn't stress heal anyone because you're the only person without stress, but I guess still good crit. Harmless swipe. Beautiful. We might get a heal out before we have to kill him next turn as well. Would be handy. Yeah. 15-point heal across the party. Don't mind if I do. I'm discounting the healing it did on the vessel in the back because she was already fully healed.
A trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless.
Man, I have used a lot of torches. Like, a lot more torches than I thought I was going to be using. I did end up with enough food for another hunger proc, so that's nice. Is now the point to start throwing away these holy waters and bandages? Yeah, probably. Speed 2. I should be able to outspeed you. But then again, the universe isn't always fair. Never mind. Outsped. God, never mind. You tried to move immediately afterwards. I have 8 speed. It's ridiculous you got that close to moving. I had a choice there, either to stun this target or try and kill the front target. Effectively, a kill is an infinite stun, so pretty easy decision. It stuns them into eternity. Could easily stun again. It doesn't, but it does move. Slime Smack, that's a stun. Unfortunately, since I am stunned, I won't be triggering my riposte. Even though it is active, it won't do anything. Nice crit.
The ground quakes. Soothed. Sedated.
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to stop this guy. Ugh. Can you stop acting ahead of characters that are much faster than you? It's just rude. It's just rude. Body heal again. That's a little on the low side right there, unfortunately.
A victory. Perhaps the turning point.
Still gonna need that torch, actually. Well, I guess I throw away boss because they will be transferred effectively into deeds anyway. Also gonna pick up the portraits because they can be deeds in a pinch as well for actually a reasonable exchange rate. That would have been interacted with using bandages. We don't have them though. I forgot to shuffle my party again. That would have been interacted with using fucking holy water. Jesus H. Christ, can we... As soon as I throw those away. Really? As soon as I throw those away? Does it have to be as soon as I throw them away? God. Okay. Stun everyone for the first round, dealing a minimal amount of damage, but we did set up riposte. Beautiful. We do need these singular target heals right now. Escape Cloud. Not incredibly effective. Unfortunately, the Towering Ectoplasm has picked up a lot of stun resist there, so I wasn't going to be able to stun it at all. If If we can prevent cytokinesis, I'm going to be pretty pleased about it. I won't be able to kill you unless I hit you with 1 damage and crit on top of it, so I'm not going to be able to prevent the fungal battery getting a turn. Or at least I'm not going to be doing that with Reveres. It's possible that I can do that with, for example, Vestal. Never mind. You're a real bad Vestal and I hate you. Just need you to know that. Good escape, Cloud. Nice Blight. See, even after all this, I really don't think I can go back for the Shambler, considering that I will have someone definitely stress the fuck out during that fight.
Has no intrinsic merit, unless inordinate exsanguination be considered a virtue.
And there goes a large amount of my reason to go back as well, because I just lost those 2 shovels that would have opened the 2 shoveled graves, rather. Let's just stun some of the... Why have these got such high stun resist compared to the others?
Destroyed.
Strange. Should be able to stun you with this target, though. Even if I can't move you, it's stunned. Beautiful.
Eradicated.
Now it's just the towering ectoplasm. The problem with this is, if this guy gets an action and uses cytokinesis, he could summon another of himself. Big slime. Got crit. Okay. I'm pretty much considering that he's going to die before his turn. My main assumption right now. It's not going to work if we keep rolling the lowest damage. That was middle of the road, though. Cytokinesis. Was I slowed? I was, by 2. But he still acted ahead of me.
Cursed champion falls.
Despite being 2 slower than I was. Alright. Someone just kill this. And we're done here.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Okay, how much stress relief can we do on another target? We've got 2 encourages and a sanctuary. Okay. Encourage. Courage. Yeah, that's about it. We have no other stress removal as far as I can see. So we may as well just end the rest there.
In Radiance, may we find victory.
Every cleared path and charted route reduces the isolation of our troubled estate.
Not an incredible amount of money. Weak grip on both of you. And Nymphomania replaced Hard Noggin. Fuck. That all sucked.
You answered the letter. Now, like me, you are a part of this place.
Well, that could scarcely have been worse. Let's quickly get all of those transferred. Now, something else I've got to consider is Sanguine Vinters was another one that I was going to pick up. So maybe I want to pick up busts just so that I can have Sanguine Vinters. Or I could pick up Granary. I could probably even do Granary right now. Training Ring does seem a little bit good. Especially the 10% max HP on Men-at-Arms. Like, I've had Men-at-Arms that had Tough, and I just locked in Tough on them. Tough is 10% max HP. In fact, I think I have one right now. Do I? Yeah. 10% max HP. Because it's huge. That's 5 extra health points on them. On top of that, another, I guess, 5 it would be. That's big. That's pretty damn big. 4 accuracy, I don't know if that's huge enough to really worry about. I don't typically lock in the accuracy perk, natural swing, or natural eye if you're a ranged character primarily. But I could see a future in which I did that. I don't need to upgrade these at the moment because I'm not currently using them, so I guess I shouldn't have transferred the portraits, but at the same rate, there's nothing that's purchased with portraits that I want to purchase right now. I do like crit chance on the Grave Robber, but I like that it's incidental. I like that it's just there, and sometimes it's incredible. I think it's weird that it costs $1,000 and 100 portraits. There is no way that you have the 100 portraits, but you don't have 1,000 gold to spare. It seems stupid. It seems like it's missing like 2 zeros. Or a 0. It seems like maybe they previously had a huge gold cost on these, but balance tested and found out that the gold cost was a little too ridiculous on them. Alright, what else do we have available? There's a Beast Slayer's ring up for grabs. There's a Feather Crystal up for grabs. I do want one of those. Tough ring? That could go on like a healer? I mean, I'm not using scouting trinkets in the final dungeons, so usually my healer is going to have a extra slot that they previously wouldn't have. Specifically, I'm thinking about Vestals. I guess it could even also go on the Plague Doctor. The 10% extra stress isn't exactly lovable, but hell, not horrible either. It's definitely the best trinket that's currently available to us. Yeah, I think we go kill the unstable flesh in the next episode. In between this episode and next episode, of course, I will be deciding the crew who should take that on. For the moment, though, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Darkest Dungeon. You have been named Paul. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves. There is a playlist in the description down below, and hopefully we'll see you next time.